People enjoyed the couple's visit, and they had some memorable experiences like going to cultural events, visiting towns in the area, and getting them involved in conservation efforts. The tour focused on William and Catherine's growing importance as representatives of the British royal family around the world, especially when it comes to modernizing the throne and promoting peace around the world. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, Prince William, went on an official tour of New Zealand and Australia in April 2014, taking their young son George with them. People were mesmerized by the family's charm and grace during the tour, which showed how famous they are becoming. During their trip, they did things that showed how much they wanted to improve political and cultural ties between the UK and the two countries. Later in August 2014, the couple and Prince Harry took part in the somber ceremonies in Belgium to remember the First World War. This visit was a moving tribute to the war heroes who died, and it shows how committed the royal family is to remembering those who fought and honoring their sacrifices. The first royal visit to Pakistan in 13 years, Prince William and Catherine made a big deal out of their trip there in October 2019. This trip was important not only because it was historical, but also because the couple worked to improve relations between the UK and Pakistan by getting involved with local communities. It came out in November 2020 that Prince William had caught COVID-19 in April of that year. Although he knew he had a disease, he decided not to tell anyone about it so as not to cause extra worry. He chose to keep the matter secret as part of an effort to handle public health issues in a responsible way during the pandemic. It was in October 2023 that Prince William and Catherine spoke out against the attack on Israel by Hamas. Showing that they are serious about promoting peace and security in the area, this statement was part of their larger diplomatic and humanitarian work, showing that they cared about global problems and saw it as their job to promote peace between countries. In February 2024, Prince William went to the headquarters of the British Red Cross and talked to people who work in humanitarian help, who were helping civilians who were being affected by the war between Israel and Gaza. This visit showed that he supported charity efforts and that he was actively working to solve problems around the world. The royal duties of Prince William are very important, and so are the royal duties of Queen Camilla, whose real name was Camilla Parker Bowles. Camilla the Queen. Her rise to fame as a member of the British royal family was marked by important personal and public events that show both how special she is and how royal life works in general. She became a member of the royal family when she married British Army officer Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973. Their marriage, which ran until 1995, was an important part of her life before she became very close to the royal family. Camilla had a complicated and well-known connection with Charles, Prince of Wales, before, during, and after her marriage to Parker Bowles. The media paid a lot of attention to their relationship, which started before both of their first marriages and continued on and off during those marriages. A lot of people and the media were interested in their relationship, especially since both of them had recently divorced from their previous partners. Camilla and Charles got married in 2005, after being together for a while. On April 9, 2005, the wedding took place at the Windsor Guildhall. After the service, an Anglican blessing was shown on TV at St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle. Their wedding, which was both civil and religious, marked the start of a new chapter in their lives and Camilla's official joining the royal family. Camilla became the Duchess of Cornwall when she married Prince Charles. She held that title until Charles became king. In her role as Duchess, she took part in many public and charitable events that showed how much she cared about many causes and her royal tasks. The term itself came to represent who she was in public and what she did for the royal family. Not long after they got married, Queen Elizabeth II made big signs of acceptance toward Camilla, letting her know she was welcome and respected in the royal family. The Greville tiara was one of the most noticeable signs of this acceptance. Camilla was given this beautiful piece of jewelry by the Queen, which used to belong to the Queen Mother. The Queen's backing could be seen in the tiara, which was known for its beauty and historical importance. An acceptance of Camilla's new role in the family. Along with the tiara, Camilla was given the Royal Family Order of Elizabeth II, which is an extremely high honor for women in the royal family. This badge, which is worn to formal events, was another way for the Queen to show that she understood Camilla's place in the royal family and her job as Duchess of Cornwall. Charles, Prince of Wales, lived at Clarence House, which is now also the home of Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall. From then on, this ancient London home has been the couple's main place of business and pleasure. Along with Clarence House, Charles and Camilla's home away from home is Birk Hall in Scotland. They often spend the holidays there and enjoy some alone time away from the public eye. Their other house is Highgrove House in Gloucestershire, a family farm where they get together with family and friends. In 2008, Charles and Camilla built a house in Wales called Elwyn y Wermod. This house is where they stay for their yearly summer vacations and other special events in Wales. It's a beautiful and peaceful place that fits in with their busy life in the UK. Camilla still has ties to Ray Mill House, which she owned from 1995 to 2003. This property is still a special place for her to get away from the public parts of her life and spend quality time with her children and grandkids. Camilla was given the Royal Victorian Order by Queen Elizabeth on April 9, 2012, to mark the 7th anniversary of their wedding, a prestigious award recognizing her service to the monarchy. This award showed that the Queen valued Camilla's contribution to the royal family and agreed with her role. The Queen added Camilla to the British Privy Council on June 9, 2016, showing even more trust and respect. This respected group, which gives advice to the Queen, gave Camilla a big part in how the British monarchy works, showing how involved and comfortable she is with her royal tasks. Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, was given the honorary title of Royal Lady of the Most Noble Order of the Garter on January 1, 2022. This award, which is one of the greatest in the British Order of Chivalry, shows how important she is to the royal family and what she has done for them. After a little more than a month, on February 14, 2022, Camilla had a health problem when she tested positive for COVID-19. This discovery came not long after her husband, Charles, Prince of Wales, got the virus too. Camilla and Charles both got better quickly from their sicknesses and were able to get over the virus without any major problems. Charles took the throne as King Charles on September 8, 2022, after his mother, the Queen Elizabeth, died. After that, Camilla was named Queen Consort, which meant that she would now be part of the royal family with her husband. Their official coronation took place at Westminster Abbey on May 6, 2023. It was a big event that made their new roles and duties official. In her role as Queen Consort, Camilla does a lot of public events for the Queen. In her job, she speaks for the King at public events and helps the royal family with their charitable work. In the beginning, Prince William had a lot of doubts about Camilla. He felt very strongly about her because he thought she was a big reason why his parents' marriage wasn't working out. Many people loved Princess Diana, and the end of King Charles' marriage to her left a lasting mark on William, and shaped how he first thought about Camilla. It was said that their first meeting was tense. Christopher Anderson, who wrote The King, says that Prince William and Camilla did not have a very friendly meeting. This first opinion showed how uncomfortable William was with his father's new partner, which had to do with his love for his late mother and the troubled history of the royal family at the time. But over time, William and Camilla have been able to build a working relationship that is mostly friendly. They're getting along better now that William understands Camilla's place in the royal family and how important it is to keep the family together. Their relationship has become better because Camilla is dedicated to her royal tasks and works hard to support many good causes. In comparison, there has been more trouble in Prince Harry's relationship with Camilla. Harry wrote in his 2023 autobiography, Spare, that Camilla was using him for her own PR goals. His public complaints show a big rift, which is very different from how Camilla and William's relationship is much better now. Christopher Anderson says that one reason why Prince William and Queen Camilla became friendly is that Camilla chose not to try to direct or influence William. This strategy let their relationship grow without Camilla feeling like she had to push her ideas or control William's choices. Camilla accepted William's right to be alone by not getting in the way. She also avoided making things worse between them, which led to a better relationship. Even though Camilla doesn't like getting involved, she is known to quietly tell King Charles about her thoughts and worries about what she sees as flaws in both Prince William and Prince Harry. This impact from behind the scenes shows how involved she is in the family's conversations, even though she doesn't take part directly. Camilla's ability to give Charles advice and feedback shows how involved she is in royal affairs and how much she wants to help her husband. Figuring out how to deal with the complicated relationships in the royal family. While Camilla sees her husband, King Charles, being treated badly, she does not stay quiet. Reports say that she stands up for Charles if she thinks that William or someone else is treating him badly. Her readiness to talk about these things in private shows that she wants to protect her husband and keep the family's honor, even as she takes care of her own royal family ties. There are often fights between King Charles and Prince William, which happen because they have different ways of leading. While King Charles is known for being more traditional and sometimes strict, Prince William is known for being more modern and open to new ideas. There may be arguments and stress because of these differences, especially as they figure out what their jobs are in the monarchy. Camilla's job in this situation is to help Charles while also taking care of her relationships with other family members, which can be tricky. In a shocking turn of events that is said to have caused Queen Camilla a lot of stress, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, has made a big decision about the royal budget that has a big effect on her. When Prince William's father, King Charles, took the throne in September 2022, he also took on the prestigious title of Duke of Cornwall. This title comes with responsibilities and traditions that go back more than 700 years. One of the most important jobs that comes with this title is running the Duchy of Cornwall, which is a large collection of land, property, and other assets. On July 24th, Prince William released a yearly report that showed how things had changed in the duchy. This report included a big choice that is said to have caused Queen Camilla a lot of emotional pain. Annabel Elliot, Queen Camilla's sister, was taken off the royal salary. This was the change in question. This choice not only affected the royal budget, but it also affected Camilla personally, who was very upset about what happened. As Camilla's sister, Annabel Elliot had been paid by the royal family, which shows how important she was in the wider royal family. Taking her off the payroll was seen as a big change in how the duchy was run, and it is said to have caused Queen Camilla a lot of pain. She was left in tears over the choice. The move seems to have made things harder between Camilla and Prince William, adding to the complexity of how the royal family works. The fact that Prince William decided to make such a big change in how the Duchy of Cornwall is run shows how the royal family is changing as new jobs and responsibilities are taken on. This change has hurt Queen Camilla's personal relationships and shown her how hard it can be to balance her royal tasks with her family obligations. Annabel Elliot, a well-known and respected royal interior designer, has played a big role in decorating and updating the Duchy of Cornwall's properties. Elliot has been very important in managing and improving the inside of many duchy buildings for more than 20 years. Vacation homes in Cornwall, Wales, and the Isles of Scilly are among them. Her knowledge has been very helpful in keeping these homes in good shape and making sure they meet the high standards expected by the royal family. Elliot, who is 75 years old, has been paid a lot for her work over the past 20 years. She has made important improvements to the duchy's property holdings. To show how involved she has been for a long time and how highly her design skills are regarded. She has a great sense of style and can add a modern touch to traditional settings, which has helped the properties she has worked on. But recently, Prince William made a choice that caused a big change. Because Prince William wants to streamline and modernize the duchy's financial processes, Annabel Elliot will not be paid for her work from 2023 to 2024. This change is part of an effort to bring the duchy's finances up to date and better. It shows that Prince William wants to make the way it is run more modern. The fact that Elliot was taken off the salary has caused a lot of debate in royal circles. When she was taken off the list of paid contributors, it was a big change in how the duchy was run, especially since she was a valued and important team member. People are talking about how to balance modernization and tradition in the royal family's business and financial dealings after the choice. A lot of people agree that Annabel Elliot's work made the sites she worked on much better. Taking her off the books caused a lot of trouble. Her long-term service to the duchy has been greatly appreciated, and her departure is seen as a big change in how the duchy works. The debate over this decision shows the bigger effects of Prince William's changes and how they have affected people who have played important parts in the royal system. As the Duke of Cornwall, Prince William has been working to bring the Duchy of Cornwall up to date and make its operation more efficient. This shows that he wants to bring the duchy's operations up to date and make sure that its financial practices are in line with modern standards. Elliot's decision to leave the payroll was clearly a tough one, but it shows that Prince William is committed to adopting a more effective and open management style. The goal of Prince William's reforms is to make the duchy run more smoothly while preserving its history and traditions. By making these choices, he shows that he is ready to change old institutions to fit the new needs and standards of modern management. The end of long-standing practices like the ones involving Elliot is part of a larger plan to make sure that the duchy always follows the highest standards of financial and operating honesty. If you liked this video, please click the next button and share it with your friend. What you like best about her. It's been very important to have duty, service, and dedication. There have been a lot of stories and guesses going around about problems in the British royal family, especially since King Charles became king. According to different sources, Prince William has been having a hard time managing his love for his father, King Charles, and his desire to honor his late mother, Princess Diana. One of the most interesting stories is about a tough choice Prince William is said to have made that made Queen Camilla cry. Things seem to be getting worse because William is now the Prince of Wales and plays a bigger part in royal matters. Reports say the problem is that William doesn't want to fully accept Queen Camilla as a key figure in the royal family. Some royal insiders say William has made it clear that he is still focused on honoring his mother's memory, even though he recognizes Camilla's role as queen consort. This could mean limiting Camilla's say in some royal issues. It is said that this choice has made Queen Camilla very upset. But what could have caused the royal family to split up so dramatically? What does this mean for the monarch's future? Let's look at both Prince William and Queen Camilla's roles in the royal family before we get into the specifics of Prince William's controversial choice. William the Prince. William the Prince. William Arthur. His father, Philip Louis, was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London on June 21, 1982, while his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, was king. From the time he was born, William was second in line to the British throne. He was the older son of Charles, Prince of Wales, and Diana, Princess of Wales. People were interested in and paid attention to him as a child, and he grew up in the world spotlight. William was baptized in Buckingham Palace on August 4, 1982 by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, and other close family members were there. His first school was the elite Wetherby School in London. His younger brother, Prince Harry, also went there for pre-preparatory school. After Wetherby, William went to Ludgrove School in Berkshire, which was a preparatory school. There, he did very well in both schoolwork and games. He finished high school at Eton College, which is one of the best schools in Britain. There, he studied geography, biology, and art history. During William's time at Eton, a straight heir to the throne went to a school that wasn't usually chosen by the royal family, since most royals had gone to Gordonstown in Scotland before, including his father and uncle. After finishing school at Eton, William took a year off. During that time, he trained with the British Army in Belize, taught kids in southern Chile, and traveled in Africa. He started going to the University of St. Andrews in Fife, Scotland in 2001. At first, he studied art history, but later he switched to geography. He met Catherine Middleton, better known as Kate, at St. Andrews. She would later become his wife. During school, they became close friends and then started dating, which got a lot of attention from the media. William finished from St. Andrews in 2005 with a Master of Arts in Geography. He got a 2.1 grade point average. People were still very interested in William and Kate's relationship, especially as they figured out how to balance their public relationship with their own privacy. After college, William joined the service, just like many of his family members had done before him, including his father and grandfather. From January 2006 to 2008, he trained at the Royal Military Academy Sandhurst and joined the Blues and Royals, a unit of the Household Cavalry. He was trained as an officer and was called Officer Cadet Wales. William joined the Army as a second lieutenant and was promoted to lieutenant in December 2006. He continued to serve with his brother, Prince Harry, in the same company. William's time in the service grew when he joined the Royal Air Force. In 2008, he finished from the Royal Air Force College Cranwell. His father, who had also trained as a pilot, gave him his RAF wings. William's training made him qualified as a search and rescue pilot, which is why he joined the RAF Search and Rescue Force in the beginning of 2009. As a Sea King helicopter pilot, he did a great job while stationed at Raff Valley on the Isle of Anglesey in Wales. During this time, he went on many search and rescue tasks all over the UK. This job satisfied both his sense of duty and his desire to help people directly. In 2015, William chose to keep flying as a civilian after he was done with his full-time duties with the RAF. He learned how to fly with Bond Air Services and started working full-time as a pilot for the East Anglian Air Ambulance in July 2015. This job was based at Cambridge Airport and required him to work with medical workers to handle emergencies and get seriously ill patients to the hospital. Even though his job was hard, William managed to do both it and his royal tasks. During his time in this job, he showed a genuine dedication to the service and a respect for his coworkers. He often talked about how important and satisfying the job was for him. In the end, William quit his job with the East Anglian Air Ambulance in 2017 to take on more royal tasks as they became more demanding. Duties of the royal family. The things he learned in this job gave him a royal personality that was all his own, and they showed how much he wanted to help people from all walks of life. Prince William, who is now called the Prince of Wales, is a senior member of the British royal family and has done many important things for the British monarchy. Some of these duties are going to official events, speaking for the UK abroad, and helping out with different charity projects. Over the years, William has built up a large network of charity organizations and patronages that share his concerns about mental health, the environment, homelessness, and the well-being of first responders. William is a patron of more than 30 military and charity groups. Tusk Trust is one of his most important groups. Since 2005, William has been a patron of the Tusk Trust, a group that works to protect wildlife in Africa. As part of his work, he raises knowledge about wildlife crime, habitat loss, and how important it is for communities to run long-term programs to protect endangered species. Centrepoint is an organization in the UK that helps young people who are homeless. In 2005, William became its patron. His mother, Diana, Princess of Wales, was very active with the group, so he looked up to her. William has actively backed Centrepoint's work, such as their campaigns to help homeless youth. William has been involved with the passage a charity that helps homeless people, ever since he went there with his mother as a child. In 2019, he became an official patron of the group, and he still supports its goal to fight homelessness through outreach, housing, and support services. William's time as a pilot for the East Anglian Air Ambulance made him want to help air ambulance services even more. His support for Wales Air Ambulance and London's Air Ambulance charity shows how much he cares about helping first responders and the important work they do. The Royal Foundation was started by William and Prince Harry in 2009. It is the main way that William does charity work. After he got married, Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, joined the organization. She brought her own areas of interest, especially mental health and early childhood development. Williams's charity work is based on four main ideas: issues like mental health, the environment, hunger, and helping first responders. William's work to raise understanding about mental health has been one of his most important contributions. In 2016, he led the Heads Together campaign with Catherine and Harry to end the shame that surrounds mental health problems. Several groups worked together on the campaign, which main goal was to get people talking about their mental health. In support of this project, William has been open about his own life, especially the difficulties he faced when his mother died. William has been involved with groups like Tusk Trust for a long time and led the creation of programs like the United for Wildlife Task Forces to fight the illegal wildlife trade. These show how much he cares about protecting wildlife. His work to protect wildlife stresses how important it is to keep natural areas safe and help communities that depend on ecosystems that work well. William has done a lot to help people who are poor, carrying on the work of his mother. His work with Centerpoint and the Passage is mostly about helping vulnerable people, especially young people who might sleep on the streets, by giving them support, housing, and other tools. William has taken part in public awareness efforts. In 2009, he spent the night on the streets to learn more about the problems homeless people face. As a former air ambulance pilot, William has always fought for the rights of emergency workers, knowing that people in these important jobs face stress and mental health problems. His support for groups like the Blue Light Together project shows that he wants to help frontline workers with their mental health and give them credit for their work. William started the Earthshot Prize in 2020. It is a big global project that aims to solve the world's most important environmental problems. The Pounds Prize aims to find new ways to deal with issues like climate change, pollution, and the loss of wildlife and make them more widespread. 5 prizes of £1 million will be given away every year by the Earthshot Prize until 2030. The project has gotten a lot of attention around the world because it focuses on working together, being hopeful, and taking action to stop environmental damage. The Earthshot Prize is one of William's most important efforts to protecting the environment and conserving wildlife around the world. It shows that he believes in new ideas and community-led answers as ways to solve the world's environmental problems. As William has taken on more duties over the years, his role in the British royal family has changed. King Charles was made Duke of Cambridge, Earl of Strathearn, and Baron Carrickfergus by Queen Elizabeth on April 29, 2011, the day of his wedding to Catherine Middleton. These names showed that he was a very important royal family member, and was the start of his journey as a public person who wants to help others. Following the death of Queen Elizabeth on September 8, 2022, William's father took the throne as King Charles. As the likely heir to the throne, William immediately got the titles Duke of Cornwall and Duke of Rothesay. These are titles that the heir to the throne usually has. King Charles made William Prince of Wales the next day. This is a title that has always been given to the monarch's oldest son. As Prince of Wales, William's duties grew a lot, and he had to focus more on promoting the monarchy and getting ready for his future role as king. During his public life, William has done a lot of trips and events around the world. In September 2012, he and Catherine went on a big tour of Singapore, Malaysia, Tuvalu, and the Solomon Islands to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's Diamond Jubilee. This was one of the most memorable trips he had ever taken. The goal of the tour was to honor the Queen's 60-year reign and improve ties between the UK and Commonwealth countries.